A class. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to week 10 on solving session of industrial wastewater treatment. The question instructor is Professor Alok Sinha and Professor S.K. Gupta, and my name is Maniatnam Prakash, and I am from IIT Kanpur. So, as usual, we meet every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. via Google Meet, and the recording of this session is being uploaded on the YouTube channel, and the link for which has been already shared with you. Hmm. Already shared with you. So, in week 10, we are focusing on the wastewater produced from refineries, core, and steel. Okay. So I hope everyone has gone through the lectures, and we will be seeing it one by one. Okay, now. So before going into the lecture, there will be two part. First, there will be a brief discussion, and after that, there will be question and answer. Okay, so moving forward, first is iron and steel industry, and the overview is that globally we know that this much ton of steel is produced, and India contribute around 120 million ton, and India is the second largest producer globally with production rising to one 140 million ton in 2023. Major seven integrated steel plant in India, 500 steel authority sale is there. Water usage, so this much of water per ton of steel produce and equal amount of wastewater is also produced. Okay, now obviously whatever the amount of water will be in a steel production, it's only for cooling and all these things is required, so you can imagine that whatever will be there, it will be wastewater. The key process in iron and steel production: blast furnace convert iron into molten using heat, coke, and flux. Pig iron output from the blast furnace used as a raw material for steel making. Steel melting shop use LD converter to blue. LD converter is an instrument to blow oxygen through the molten to produce steel. Blooming mill is there. Pre-rolls ignites into violet strip etc. If you, I don't know, if you have visited any industry, you might be seeing that a red thing is flowing, and they are maybe binding it or rolling it. So that is blooming mill. Violet mist cast molten in I'm sorry, Then we have Violet's mill, cast molten metal into desired shape by molding, sorting, or rolling. Then we have pickling, remove surface impurity, rust, scale using acid, waste, pickle water. Sources of wastewater is coal, washery, effluent, coke, even effluent. You can see the first one is this thing in blast furnace. Okay, na. Then we have blast furnace effluent. Then we have hot rolling mill effluent, violet mill effluent, pickles of effluent. Okay, na. So at all these location, at all these location, a huge amount of waste water is used. Okay, and this water is converted into wastewater. Okay, just wait 1 minute. Okay. Hmm. So if we look at the characteristics of the wastewater, we have flow 0. Itna meter cube ton of coal washed. Okay. So total solids, you see, you a huge amount of suspended solid is there. These all will be in the total solid means it will comprise of both things, suspended plus dissolved. Okay. So you can see this is very high total solid, 1,000 milligram, 1,000 to 25,000 milligram per liter, and the pH is between in neutral range, that is 7.4 to 7.08. Then we have spent ammonium liquor also here. This is also a kind of wastewater. The flow is about 0.14 meter cube ton. You might like, if you want to imagine, 0.14 meter cube is equal to 140 liter water. Okay, now per ton. And you can imagine how much ton, we have seen that how much ton of is produced, 120, like, so you can imagine how much liter of water is being. Here we have phenol, cyanide. These are some of the raw material which is used. That's why these remains in the water and cause pH is again between 7.5 to 8. Then we have blast furnace wastewater flow is around 0.5 meter cube ton of iron. Suspended solid is this much. pH is 7.3 to 8.2. Then we have hot rolling mill wastewater. Again, here you can see a huge amount of wastewater is produced and content is very high. So there is a IS code. Okay, now we will look into which IS code is there. If you have gone through the lecture, it's mentioned that all these limits should be within this IS code. Okay, now, so if it is above that code, then that water will be declared as wastewater. Okay, now it's not like that. Why we are you should, like, you should know, this is not determining that whether it is a wastewater. This thing is determining. As per IS code, there is a limit that this much should be dispatched, yeah, discharged from the industry. If it is not being discharged, means suppose not discharged, like they have to miss like this much of suspended solid is there, so there will be as per IS code, uh, that limit should be. So, uh, so, uh, so like this is raw wastewater. So if some industry want to discharge it, they have to follow a certain IS code guidelines. Okay, now so as means like let me check the IS code. Which IS code? I am not recalling it. There you will be seeing that all the discharge, whatever discharge is happening, should follow that limit. You can see these are some of the raw material. This thing has been covered in the class, but I'm just recapping it. Where did it go? See, these are some of the limits. Okay, now which should be like if you are treating your wastewater and discharging it. Like these are some of the limits. National wide characteristic of coke wastewater. Okay, now so this is. I'm not see CPCB is there. CPCB is there for like normal, but for industrial there is some IS code. Anyone have gone through the lecture? Eh, If anyone have gone through the lecture, then can you name the IS code which deal with the industrial wastewater limit? Anyone? I'm not able to search it. Okay, now. Okay, no problem. Just remember that these are some of the raw. What do I call raw value? That's why these are if any industry want to discharge it in maybe river land, they have to follow certain rule and regulation. Okay. Then we have talked about wastewater treatment to reduce the ash content in Indian coal and to increase the heating. We can see dense medium separator. In all these process, you will be seeing that a certain amount of water is being used, and all those water are being considered as after use they are considered as wastewater. Okay, now and the rule is simple that we cannot discharge it directly into either land, river, or ocean. They need to be treated. Okay, now so that's why a huge amount of that's why this the waste produced from this iron or steel industry or coal industry or anything is very important. Okay, so here also centrifugal for separate coal from impurity in water. These are some of the method. Okay, processing coal. Well, we have seen that if you have gone through the lecture, you might have seen that these are some of the process which go in, and in all these method, certain amount of water is used. For example, desaliming, remove particle 0 point with water spray, coal washing is there, then flotation is there, then dewatering is there. In all these things, certain amount of water is used that is converted into wastewater. Then we have coke oven. Okay, here like it's like blast furnace. Okay, now okay, chemical treatment, initial target pollutant reduction, anaerobic biodegradation is happen here. Like some kind of adsorption is also happening, and finally by different removal, COD removal, BOD removal, phenol removal. These are some of the method to treat like wastewater from the wastewater produced from the coke oven. Okay, now cyanide removal also occur by alkaline carbon. alkaline chlorination, oxidized cyanide to cyanide, then CO2 and nitrate. Okay, now so here some form of cyanide is also coming, and to remove the cyanide, alkaline chlorination is done. Refinery, again same thing. In India, 23 refinery with itna million ton per annum convert crude oil to gasoline, diesel, kerosene, lubricant, asphalt. Water demand up to itna ton of petroleum processed generate this much of wastewater. Okay, basic these are some of the process is there. And these are some of the waste like desalted water, sour water, processed water, spent caustic, tank bottoms, cooling water, and all the thing. And the characteristic is you can see that a very high amount of oil left in the water. That's why it is a wastewater. Emulsified oil, like you have known, emulsified little bit thicker oil and all this thing. Then we have H2S, phenolic compound, BOD there, suspended solid there. So all of these are making a wastewater. Okay, now so all of these need a special treatment. That's then only it can be discharged and all. Treatment method is simple: physical separation like gravity separator, dissolve air flotation, chemical coagulation is there. Then biological treatment is there. As BOD is a huge amount of BOD is there, so that's why chemical treatment has to be done. BOD represents the presence of organic matter. Okay, so all this thing was about what do I call a recap. So if anyone have any doubt, they can ask. Or from next slide, we have question and answer, and I want everyone to participate. A very less number of people have joined. I don't know why. Only three people are there, but still, those who are here, please. If you have any doubt, you can ask now, or I will proceed further. Further. Anyone, any doubt? So I think there is no doubt. So moving forward with first question. Everyone please participate. It's humble request. So this was the code IS 2490. Okay na. So this deals with the industrial wastewater. Okay na. The permissible limit of phenol for coke oven effluent to be discharged into inland surface water as per IS 2490 is. Okay, anyone? Just first try to answer it. This is simple question. No, no. What do I call? No, anything. Like see these things. Like someone do not assume that you should remember the IS code, but these are some of the basic thing. Okay, it's like in IS code, I for drinking water we know that there is several parameter, and if you are working in a environmental engineering related to water, then it is expected that you know all the limits. Okay, na for every element that is present in water: calcium, magnesium, alkalinity, hardness. Similarly, if you are working in industrial wastewater, then this is related to wastewater, industrial wastewater, and you should know the some of the basic limits. For example, this phenol is a very basic organic matter that is present in many places. So if so that's why this question is. So So here we can see that as per Indian standard IS 2490, which is expected tolerance limit for industrial effluent discharge into inland water, the permissible limit for phenol is 1 milligram per liter. Okay, so the correct answer is B, 1 milligram per liter. This is standard is to set to ensure that the discharge does not cause significant harm to the environment or water quality. Among the given option, 1 milligram will be required, making it the correct answer. Okay, now so I will go through the PDF, that is 2490. Control F 2490. Mhm. Hmm. You can see like there CPCB is also here. Okay, na. Where did my uh, I don't know where does the pen went. Okay, But you can see this IS code is there, this US code is there, and CPCB is there. Okay, na. So this is the prescribed norm. Okay, na. So if you are discharging, like like your treatment plant in your area should be such, in your industry should be such that if this is the raw thing, treatment efficiency should be such that it is coming within this limit. Okay, so this was the IS code. Just remember 2490. Hmm. Question number two: water requirement for, again this is nothing like science related question. In this, see, now the currently the main portion which was there is over. Okay, now so currently in upcoming last two lecture we will, including this lecture also, we will be looking into some of the basic industry which is there in India, which produce a huge amount of wastewater and that need a special attention. Okay, so you should know the basic things. So that's what we are doing. The water requirement for, okay, we have got one answer, and the correct answer is yes, A, 50 to 20, 35 to 60 meter cube. The iron and steel require a uh, significant amount of significant amount of water. Mhm. Significant amount of water, where including cooling, cleaning, and auto processing. On average, the water consumption is between 60 to 25 to 60 meter cube. This water is used for blast furnace, rolling mills, and coke production. Question number three: ash content in the Indian coal range between. This thing you should know. Like after burning coal, okay, now so if you burn coal, then you get ash. So what is the co- uh, what is its content? 50 to 20, 10 to 15, 35 to 45. Okay, anyone? No. Then the general range is 35 to 45%. The Indian coal is known for high ash content, typically ranging from 35% to 40. This is due to presence of large amount of non-combustible material in the coal which we produce content. So we know that there will be combustible part which we burn out, and there will be non-combustible part. So in India, in Indian coal, this percentage lie between 35 to 40%, and all the non-combustible form will be remain as it is. So that, and that will be getting converted into ash. So the correct answer is C. The high ash content reduce the overall calorific value and increase the waste disposal challenge. If you have went through any treatment plant, so there is ash quarry also, where there is like a special arrangement is there, and all the ashes are deposited here. Okay, now, and a special treatment is also done so that it does not harm our environment and all these things. Which of the following material is not released during petroleum refining? Very easy question. C. Fly ash. Good. Yes, because fly ash is generally produced in coal industry. Okay, na. Wherever there is but in petroleum there is no use of any coal or anything. Okay, the petroleum refining process varies pollutant including gases, liquid, and particulate. But fly ash is not one. Fly ash is primarily produced combustion of coal in power plant and industrial boilers, not in petroleum refining process. Okay, so where are other aldehyde are released as byproducts of incomplete combustion and cracking refinery. They contribute to air pollution and odor issue. Then second thing was ammonia. Ammonia is produced in refinery as byproduct of desulfurization and nitrogen containing compound processing. It is commonly found in refinery water. Okay. Then odors, or the refinery releases strong odor due to volatile organic compound and hydrogen sulfide and other sulfide compound. These odor are major environmental concern. Thus the correct answer is C. Okay. Question number 5. How the free oil from refinery in wastewater is removed? Anyone with its answer? How the free oil from refinery wastewater is removed? Anyone? The correct answer is hmm. So the correct answer is by flotation. Free oil. See, if you recall this flocculation is used to like precipitate, like settle down the suspended particles. Okay, now we add some chemical, it forms clog, and then it precipitates. And in sedimentation, we know that there is a tank, water is added at, and due to gravity, there is a settling. But in flotation, like water will pass, so due to density difference, the oil which is there, free oil will be there, will be removed. So you can see there, free oil refinery is typically removed using flotation techniques such as dissolve where flotation in this process bubble attached to the oil repellent, making them rise to surface where they can be skimmed off. The method is effective for removing dispersed and free oil. So there is like bubbling and all this thing, and through bubbling we can see that air part, oil bubble will go up, and we can remove that oil, and or a skim off. A skim off means like there will be like here there will become election with some instrument or with some ins- thing, we will be taking it out. Okay. So we have already seen flocculation is used to suspended particles. Sedimentation is to remove particles. Obviously, so the correct answer is B, flotation. Okay. Which of the following statements is and are true in case of pickling? Okay, na. So it is multiple correct. Multiple correct. More than one is correct. Okay, na. Pickling is process of removing stains impurities from the iron. Pickling is done by solution of NaOH. Pickling is done by solution of phosphoric acid. Pickling is a biological treatment. So to answer this question, first you should know what is pickling. Anyone? The correct answer is A and C. Pickling is a process of removing stains impurities from iron, and it is done using phosphoric acid. Pickling is a chemical process used to remove stains, rust, scale, and impurities from the surface of the metal, particularly iron and steel, before the further processing like painting or galvanizing. This is typically done using a strong acid solution such as hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, or phosphoric acid. So that's why this is This base is not used. Okay, now acid is used. So phosphoric acid. It's not biological. We are adding some kind of chemical. Okay, now so it is a fully chemical process, and that is also acidic chemical. Okay, now pickling, sodium hydroxide is an alkaline, not an acid. It is used to cleaning and degrading, but not pickling, which require acidic condition. Pickling is biological. Again, we are adding chemicals, so it is not a biological treatment. Okay, thus the correct answer is A and C. Which is the major pollutant present in coal was effluent? Anyone? These are very simple questions. Anyone? I don't know why no one has joined today's session. The answer is C, suspended solid. Coal, you can see in coal we have too much of suspended particles. Okay, now due to too much suspended particle in the wastewater also we will have too much solids. Okay, now the coal primarily contain high concentration of suspended solid, which include the coal, fine particles, clay, and other impurities removed during the coal washing processes. These suspended solid cause turbidity, reduce light penetration, and affect aquatic life if discharged untreated. Any doubt in it? These phenol are commonly found in coke, or when inflamed, we have seen this thing. Phenol, and then cyanide, we have also seen it is related to chemical industry, particularly in metal extraction, and where we have seen cyanide also. Few question back, we have seen this cyanide thing. That the cyanide is then converted it with alkaline chlorine to CO2 and nitrogen. We have seen this thing now, if you remember. Miss, I'm not getting it. Huh. But that's why these two options were incorrect. So the correct answer is C. Uh, hmm. Which of the following is the second highest steel producing country in the world? Again, the question is very simple. Hmm. Again, this question is related to India. That's why the answer will be C, India. Okay, now. But the question is which is the highest? Which one is the highest? Can anyone say? I also don't know. I have to check. Let me check. Highest steel producing. China. China is the highest steel producing. Okay. So here you can see China, India, Japan, United States, and other notable countries like Russia, South Korea, and Turkey. Hmm. So the correct answer is C, India. Question number 9. A coal having high volatile material content will high amount of give lesser yield of tar on and gas on carbonization, burned with a small non-toxic flame, have very high calorific value. Yeah, none of above. Yeah, none of these. Anyone? Hmm. So we will be going one by one. Option first, give high volatile will actually produce more tar and gas when subjected to carbonization as seen in the co-production. Low volatile, obviously more volatile means more carbon and all these things. Like then more gas will be produced and more tar will also produce. So this is incorrect. Option 2 is burned with a small non-smoky flame. Incorrect. High volatile burned with a long smoky flame because of high proportion of hydrocarbon and gas released. Okay. So this one is also incorrect. Have a high calorific value. This is also incorrect. While volatile organic contribute to combustion, it does not necessarily mean that uh, it does not mean that coal with high volatile material will have a high calorific value. Okay, now high calorific value depend upon a volatile and fixed carbon content. Some high volatile may have low energy due to high moisture or lower fixed oxygen. So as all three statements A, B, C are incorrect, so the correct answer is D. Okay. Question number 10. What is the maximum ash content in a vast of? So we have seen what is the ash content in Indian coal. Now once it is washed and all this thing, then can anyone say what is the amount of content? What is washed? Coal is washed. Okay na? Can anyone? The correct answer is C, that is less than 17.5%. Washed coal undergo coal beneficiation which remove impurities like sulfur, as sulfur and other non-combustible materials. The maximum ash content in the washed clothes depend upon the degree of benefaction. For high grade washed cloth, the ash content is below, okay na, below 17.5. Non-which are ROM typically have high content exceeding 30 to 40%. So this is another thing, okay na, non-beneficated. But here we are just talking in a normal case, okay na. So that's why the answer is C, that is 17.5. Till now, anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Then, if not, then answer this question. What is the primary purpose of coal washing in iron and steel industry? Why do we wash our coal? Why do we are producing? Why there is need to produce this much of waste water? The answer lies within this simple thing. Okay, now that this coal has two part. One part is combustible part, another is non-combustible part. Okay, now a non-combustible part is mostly impurities, and we want to remove that. We want to remove. We want to remove those impurities. Okay, now. So why do we want to remove it? Because it's not combustible form and it will remain in ash form. So my main target is to reduce ash content. Okay, now. To reduce ash content, coal washing impurity, particularly ash, to improve the coal quality. Reducing ash content enhance its heating value. reduce clinkering tendency, making suitable for industrial use like coke oven or thermal power plant. Is it clear? Those who have joined late, we have already discussed 10th question. This is question number 11. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, now I will just go one by one what we have discussed till now. If anyone have any doubt in those question, actually at the end I will do the recap and all these things. So if anyone have any doubt, they can just ask. You can just write in the chat box. Someone has said yes. Do you have any doubt? If you have any doubt, you can just unmute yourself and no. Okay. Okay, then I'm moving forward to the next question. Which of the following not a major source of wastewater in iron and steel industry? This is very simple question. This domestic sewage is not a part of. These all are. We have seen that there are total six processes, and all these processes require water, but there is nothing related to domestic sewage. Okay, na. So while coke blast furnace and hot rolling are directly related to industrial process, steel production domestic is not. Domestic sewage is not processed or specific next to in this correct, though it may be present in some facility. What is the typical pH range of coal washery effluent? See, this thing you should know. Also, you can just make a guess also. This coal does not leach out any acid or base. Okay, so as it is not leaching any acid or base, so pH will be in neutral range. So only one option is there, is neutral one, that is 7.5 to 7.4 to 7.8. Yes, correct answer is B. Coal acidity, no, you can see near neutral pH. Okay, now due to presence of dissolved solids, mimic acid, that is another. But coal does not leach out any acid or base. Only due to presence of any acid or base, only there will be like pH will increase or decrease. But in neutral range, it will always. That's why the correct answer is B. In refinery, which process generates sour water? We have seen in the refinery also there are several processes. Okay, now. So which process releases sour water? Desalting, steam stripping, cooling tower, or catalytic cracking? We have got one answer B. Yes, that is correct. So for doing the steam stripping and fractionation when steam water come in contact with crude oil, picking the hydrogen sulfide and other sulfur compounds. Yes, so the correct answer was. These are some of the direct question. Which effluent discharge standard applied to coal washery under normal operation? We know that uh, we have seen that the pH should be between 7.5, 7.4 to 7.8, and other things are also there. BOD will be there, COD will, oil will be there. So, and we know that there is one IS code which there is two things, CPCB and there is IS 2490, which say that if you are discharging your water, then it should follow certain limit. Okay, now so out of these, which is it's like see, these are four options, but only one is correct. So which is correct? It should be oil between less than 50 milligram per liter, or it should be much lower. BOD should be less than 100 milligram per liter, or it should be much lower. There should be zero effluent discharge, or pH should be between 5.5 to 9. B, we have got answer B, yes. Maintain a closed circuit system with zero effluent discharge under normal operation in mind. So generally it is suggested that if there is a coal industry, then there should be zero discharge. Industrial, there should not be any industrial discharge in any river, land, and all this thing. Okay, na. So this thing you can find it here also. A table has been made here. You can see the table has been made, but these are some of the. This is for coke wastewater. Okay, now it's like a separate table will be for uh, what is the question? uh, coal coal washeries. Okay, na. So everything has their own range and all this thing. You can always go back and look into this class notes. So the correct answer was B. Which is the contaminant typically highest concentration in coke oven effluent? Cyanide, phenol, ammonia, chloride. Which is highest? Anyone? B. Again, we have got one answer B. Yes, correct answer is B. Coke oven effluent contain high level of phenol aromatic compound due to carbonization of coal, making them dominant pollutant compared to cyanide, ammonia, and chloride. These are also found, but these are in very limited form. Okay, na. But this coal, we have seen that it is a carbon form, so it will contain a high amount of aromatic compound. Okay, na. And this is generally converted into phenols when mixed with water. Okay, na. So this is the, it has the highest content, yeah, concentration. Current, what is the primary function of API separator in refinery wastewater treatment? B. Separation of this American Petroleum Institute separator uses gravity to separate oil from free oil from wastewater, a key physical treatment step in refinery effluent management. Yes, the correct answer was B. So they use this a particular instrument is there which use the concept of gravity. We know that two liquid have different density, and oil will be heavier, the water will float above. So there is something called a skimming and all this thing. So they use this to separate free oil from waste water. Okay, so the correct answer was D. Which coal washing technique is most suitable for fine coal particles? Okay, now jig washers. B. The current, no jig washers. Okay, now froth flotation is ideal for coal particle less than, as it uses air bubble and reagent to separate coal from impurities based on the surface properties, unlike other methods suited for large particles. Okay, now. So you have said jig washer have another purpose. Okay, now let me show you. Oh, Baba. Let me show you what is the use of jig particles. See, coal washing thing is there. See, jig jig washer is coal maintained on a profiled table. Coal subject to action of what coal is top while dirt. So this is like, this is not used for the uh, this is normal washing. Okay, na. But here you can see this is suitable for fine coals, because here we are using air and all this thing. Air is feed, then fine coal is added, and there is a proper washing and all this thing. But it is a normal thing. Okay, a coal bed is maintained, and upward current of water is added, and the coal clean coal being lighter is concentrated on the top, while the dirt sinks and removed from the bottom of the washer. Okay, so C is the correct answer. What is the typical flow rate from blast furnace per ton of iron produced? It is it is so this question is just for knowledge. No one will ask you in exam and all these things. Okay, now the correct answer is 0.5 meter cube. Okay. Uh, mhm. Blast furnace generate relatively low, typically between around 0.5 meter cube per ton due to use of cooling gas and cleaning processes. Which of the following is a key objective of catalytic cracking in a refinery? Which of the following is the key objective of catalytic cracking in a refinery? B. Convert heavy distillates to lighter product. Let's see. Yes, catalytic cracking break down high boiling distillates like gas oil into the lighter, more valuable products such as gasoline used at such as gasoline using catalyst to enhance the process. Yeah, enhance the reaction. Okay, so this is like this thing is used in catalytic cracking is used in refineries just to convert the happy like this thing or gas into some lighter products so that further processing can be done. What is the primary method for cyanide removal? We have seen that cyanide to convert cyanide we convert in there is three step process. First it is converted in something and then finally to CO2 and nitrogen gas. What is that process? B. Alkaline chlorination. Yes, correct. This alkaline can oxidize cyanide to cyanate. Okay, na? And then to carbon dioxide and nitrogen, making it predominant method for cyanide removal due to its effectiveness. We have seen this thing. Okay, na? This was very easy question. What is the purpose of Claus process in coke gas treatment? We have seen, if you have gone through the lecture, you might have seen the Claus process. Why it is done? B. Yes, conversion of H2S to elemental sulfur. The Claus process converts hydrogen sulfide H2S into elemental sulfur, a valuable product while reducing emissions. Which pollutant is not typically found in high concentration in refinery wastewater? Again, a very easy question. C. Thiocyanates. Yes, thiocyanates. Thiocyanates are more characteristics of coke oven effluent from iron and steel industry, not refinery, which typically contains oil, phenols, and H2S. In refinery, we got these three, but this is only found in coke industry. Okay, na, yeah, or blast furnace thing. Good. Which treatment method is used to remove emulsified iron for refinery wastewater? Anyone? Which method is used to remove emulsified oil from refinery wastewater? B. Chemical coagulation. Yes, emulsified oil which does not separate by gravity is removed by chemical coagulation by flocculation and sedimentation. We know the process of sedimentation. So, can anyone say which chemical is used here? Which coagulant is used? Which coagulant is used? I also don't know. Emulsified oil, chemical treatment like coagulation. So it's not written. It's just only written that uh, coagulation flocculation is done, but which type of chemical is used? It's not written. Okay now. So the process is very simple. What is the process? The process is very simple. That some kind of coagulant we have seen in wastewater. I don't know some, but some process simple that it by simple gravity it's not, but somehow if we merge it, then it can settle down or it can be skimmed off. What is the typical suspended solid in the coal? To answer this question, you can also use your common sense. Like no need to, like if you haven't watched the video also, then you can answer this question. B. Is it your answer? Is your answer B? Is the correct answer is B only. If you have one, it's correct because see a huge amount of wastewater is coal. You can, if you have seen coal, you might see that even after cleaning, if you have coal and if you add water, then you can see that how much suspended solid is there. Now imagine unwashed coal. Okay now, and now once you have washed it, so like there will be this thing, a huge amount of wastewater will be produced, and you can imagine that uh, how much suspended solid is in there. What is the typical BOD range in refinery wastewater? Oh, sorry. What is the already I said you the answer. So um, the refinery wastewater has moderate due to organic contaminants like phenol and typically in the range of 100 to 300 milligram per liter. This is very again a general question. In in treatment of coke oven gas, which is what is the purpose of electrostatic precipitator? If you have ever read air pollution, there is a air pollution topic, then this thing is especially discussed. So this same ASP is used here also. So what is its purpose? So the answer is B separation of ESPR uses high volatile electrode to charge and collect tar aerosol from the core, preventing falling and downstream equipment. Okay, now so it's just to separation of tar and tar aerosol. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Which is the following is a byproduct recovered from coke oven gas treatment? Byproduct. So first you have to know it's like what is the main ingredient, what is the chemical composition. Then from there you can After heating and all this thing, what is the byproduct? Anyone? Answer fast. Asphalt, benzene, gasoline, या bitumen. B. Yes, benzene along with toluene and BX is recovered from as light oil during coke oven gas treatment, often for sale or further refining. So this benzene and other two things are produced. What is the purpose of coal washery remove? This thing we have seen. Which process? We have seen this thing. Last time the question was which instrument. Now that instrument uses which principle? Is it crushing? Is it screening? It is deslamming or flotation? We have got one answer B, but again, like I will show you the uh, I will show you the lecture notes. There you can see. So here you can see that here you can see this thing. This bubbling frothing agents are normally used when dirty alcohol clean process require high cost. Okay, now so here just let me desliming. Huh. Here you can see that different process desliming. The process of removal of finer size coal less than ethna from the coal. Okay, now usually with the aid of water sprayers. Similarly, for you can see what is the so your answer was B. A screening. A screening is generally used to remove unwanted rock, big particles. We have seen this thing. Then another process is flotation. Flotation is again a condition with two reagent diesel oil and it is treated as flotation cell control aeration to separate the concentrate as oil flocks. So again, depending upon the density and all these things, two separate things is removed. Okay, no problem. Crushing, again, crushing is different thing. The process of crushing the raw material. Okay, na to about yeah, run of mine to about 75. So this is another thing. Which is the primary cooling medium used in final cooler for coke oven gas? Which is the primary cooling medium? Air, water, nitrogen, or steam? Anyone? So water, obviously water will be because see air has some different purpose. Nitrogen is has different purpose. Steam is itself a heat thing. How it will be used to for cooling. Okay, now the final cooler uses water or wash oil to cool oven and remove naphthalene either by condensation or dissolution. Which industry is a major contributor to industrial wastewater generation? Which out of textile, iron, steel, agriculture, pharmaceutical, which one is? Yes, iron and steel is highest, not textile. Textile, just go and look in the data. Okay, na? I will show you the data. No need to show the data. Here you can see this. Uh, so for per ton of steel, like this much of water is used. Okay, na? And it says that proportional amount of wastewater is also produced. That is around 620 to 25 to 60. Okay, na? Now let's see. In last week lecture we have seen about textile. Now let's see that their data. Uh, how much? I'm not gonna now. Let's search on net only. Okay, na. Okay, it's like I'm not here getting the exact data. Okay, now for that I have to dig up. But remember that this is like thing. Uh, mm, iron and all these things. This iron and steel produce high amount of industrial wastewater. Okay, Miss, I will try to get the data and I will try to show it in the next lecture. But for now, just remember this thing. This, but one should know the exact data also. Na? So I will request everyone to get the exact data. Hmm. What is the average water consumption per ton of steel production in India? We have seen recently. We have seen this thing. Okay, so it is 20 to 60 meter cube. Hmm. Correct. Which regulation in India prevent industrial wastewater discharge limit? Environmental Protection Act. Correct. The Environmental Protection Act regulates the industrial and what is the name of code? 2490 and CPCB. Two thing. Which of the following is a major contaminant wastewater from iron and industry? Major contaminant. Just remember, try to answer it. Anyone? I have not got any answer. Oh, I have got one. B. Yes, heavy metals. Wastewater from iron and steel contain heavy metals like lead, chromium, zinc because it's raw material. The raw material which is there now, or it contains this kind of unnecessary. Just one minute. Hmm. So this raw material contains these kind of minerals, and when it is added in blast furnace and all these things, these things also get leached out. Okay, na. So one. Uh, hmm. So these things are also leached out. Which is the process in industrial generates the most wastewater? Again, in nice table is given in like how much water is produced in which how much wastewater is produced in which unit. We have seen that there are different units: blast furnaces, then we have coke oven, rolling mills, then finally casting. Which of the following has highest? B. Yes, B produce a large amount of wastewater containing phenol, cyanides, ammonia, making it. Hmm. Next question. Next question is, what is the primarily polluted in wastewater from petroleum refinery? From petroleum refinery. Remember petroleum. The correct answer is this was very easy. Oil and from petroleum, obviously oil and grease will be produced. No need to explain. Which treatment method is effective for removing phenols from industrial wastewater? If I have to remove phenol, which is the phenol aromatic compound, how we will remove? Just you can also by checking option where is this reverse osmosis used, where coagulation is used, where sand filtration is used, where activated carbon adsorption is used. Based on this, yes, correct answer is A. Good. Hmm. Making a suitable method for treating. Oh. Which treatment is commonly used for removal? Oil removal. Oil removal. Now we want to remove oil. What I will use? Activated sludge process. Can anyone tell where is activated sludge process is used? C. Yes. Can anyone say where is this first one is used? Activated. What is its use? Where? You can write in chat box. Where is activated sludge process is used? To treat what? Anyone? In every session I have discussed this thing once for one moment also. What is this activated? So no one remember. This is very bad. BOT. Yes, BOD. Yes, good BOD, but you should say biological treatment. Like BOD is very confined term. Okay, na. Always say for biological treatment. BOD is also good. Means your answer is not incorrect. Your answer is correct, but it is very confined. So always say biological. Like we know that there is a primary, secondary, and all these things. So activated is biological treatment unit. Good. Why is fluoride removal necessary in industrial wastewater? Again, this is very easy question. Is toxic at high. We have seen that this thing in last lecture. I have also asked that what how it is affect the human. Then everyone answer also dental and skeleton fluorosis. Okay, na. So it is toxic and limit is 1.5 milligram per liter. If it is above this thing, it will be toxic. What is the main function of API? This thing we have already discussed. Okay, now separating oil from water. What is the function of advanced? Which of the following is an advanced wastewater treatment method? Hmm. Advanced. Anyone? Very easy question. I want to finish C membrane. Yes, good. And it is very costly also. Like in India, it is you at some location only. Okay, now that's why we are very not good at maintaining treating wastewater. Which biological treatment process is commonly used for industrial wastewater? Out of these, only one is there which is a biological treatment. Okay, na? So B. Which gas is commonly produced during anaerobic wastewater treatment? Again, very easy question. Which gas? Oxygen, methane, carbon monoxide, nitrogen, methane. Good. B is the correct. We know that this methane, and this methane is known as biofuel also. Which parameter indicates the organic pollution in wastewater? B. Yes. That's why. See, this is BOD is parameter. Okay, na. That's why I was saying when someone asks that what is, just say biological treatment. What is the main purpose of coagulation process in wastewater treatment? Coagulation process. We have seen we add some chemical. Why do we add those chemicals? Do we add those chemicals to kill bacteria or to remove dissolve settling? C. Yes. Correct answer is C. Settling suspended particles. What is the role of aeration in wastewater treatment? If you remember the unit, there is a screening, then aeration, and all this thing is done. Then it is passed through settling, then primary sedimentation tank, then secondary, blah blah blah. Increase the oxygen. Yes, we know that organic matter is there and that need oxygen. So why not to provide those oxygen? So increase oxygen for microbial activity. Which pollutant in coke oven is highly toxic? Very simple question. C. Yes, cyanide. Cyanide is very toxic in environment requiring specialized treatment for safe disposal. Which method is used to remove heavy metals from industrial wastewater? Heavy metal. Sedimentation, coagulation, chlorination, or ion exchange. This coagulation won't be the answer because we have seen that. Oh, you are saying coagulation only. How coagulation will be answered? Coagulation we have seen you recently. You have answered that this is used to coagulation is used for settling. See, you have just answered it. Settling. When this question was there, here you have said C. So how can you say again for heavy metal? How can you mislead? Are you getting what I'm saying? This settling won't be answer because this coagulation won't be answer because this is used for settling and all this thing. It does not see generally the heavy metal will be in dissolved form. This coagulation is used for the suspended particles. Heavy metals are always will be in dissolved form. Cadmium, lead, these are very dissolved thing. It won't be in suspended particle. Heavy metal, just don't see why there is two thing. Heavy metals and or sometime it is also known as trace heavy metal just by its due to its molecular weight. Okay, na. See, I will show you periodic table. See, I hope you are able to see. These are very like these elements which is here na have very high molecular weight. This starting from you can zirconium and all these things, lead, bismuth, arsenic will be also somewhere in phosphor, arsenic. These all are very high molecular weight elements. Okay, now for your simple thing, heavy metal versus light metal definition. Okay, now light metal have it's based on density. Okay, now light metal are characterized by low density, heavy metals are characterized by, see, these are lead, mercury, cadmium and iron. These things are very like heavy, but lighter elements such as aluminum, magnesium, titanium, beryllium, these are very like they have very low density. Yes, for dissolve form ion exchange, heavy metal. So first you should know that whatever those will be there, it will be in dissolve form only. Did you get it? What I was trying to say? Suspended particle will be simple. It might not even have any chemical. Means there will be some form, but did you get it? What I was trying to say? Yes or no? TNPCB. Okay. What is the typical pH range of untreated refinery wastewater? This is again from the and the pH range is between 6 to 9. Okay, now so this was all for related to this thing. Okay, now so I just does anyone have any doubt? Any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Recap 1 to 12. Just wait for 1 minute. Okay, I will recap it. Just to give me 1 minute. I just want to discuss something. That's why I'm searching it. Hmm. If I have time, like you have said to ask me to discuss about this question number 1 to 12, I will discuss it. But if at the end, if we have time, I will discuss about this pH thing. Oh. Hmm. Okay, so these were some of the basic thing which I discussed it at the start of the session. Mm, this was the first question. What is the permissible limit of phenol in coke oven effluent to be discharged into inland surface water as per 2490? So this is the IS code 2490 for industrial wastewater. Okay, now if you have gone through the lecture, can anyone say? So the correct answer is this 1 milligram per liter. Okay, now so in general, if you see, if you have gone see this thing, this okay. So here you can see that how much phenol is coming. Phenol, you can see this much of phenol is coming, 900 to 1000 milligram per liter. So that's why it is highly toxic. As per the limit, it should be 1 milligram per liter. Okay, na? Again, this question was discussed in the normal 5, not 5. Oh, you are saying something else. What is the 5? Oh, okay, then there is some mistake. Just let me see. Actually, it is one. I think there is, in PDF it is a printing mistake. Here you can see they have also written that phenol at 1 milligram per liter. Uh, just let me open the PDF. If I got the PDF, then it will be good. So actually, in the PDF there is some mistake. Okay, now it will be 1 milligram per liter only. Okay, now it's written wrong here. It will be 1 milligram per liter only. Okay, I hope you have got it. It will be 1 milligram per only, not 5 milligram per liter. Change in that PDF. Okay, now question number two. This is again we have discussed it. What is the requirement of iron? Water requirement. A. Yes, correct. This thing is point wise. A. This thing is interesting question. This thing also you should know. C. Yes, correct. Sorry, 30. Not this one. Not this one. This one. 35 to 45%. Okay, na. I remember why there is high as means more as content means like more impurities is there. Okay, now coal we have two part: combustible part, non-combustible part. Okay, now non-combustible part result into ash. Okay, now so more ash content means more impure was your coal. Now you can imagine that how means in your if you in your hometown or in your home if you have ever used coal, then just you can imagine how much like too much like we are using very impure form of coal. Okay, now you will see a huge amount of dust or ash is produced when we burn coal it at our home. That's because too much of incombustible form is there. I think it will be around 50%. Getting pure form coal is, it, I think we generally don't get pure form of coal. Which of the following not released during petroleum refining? Again, the question it will be very simple. Aldehyde, C yes. Fly ash, it is because it is related to coal. Okay, na. See here fly is generally produced during the combustion of coal in power plant. Okay, na. But the question is where is aldehyde produced? Well, aldehyde are produced due to incomplete combustion and cracking reaction in refinery. Ammonia is a byproduct of desulfurization and nitrogen containing compound processing. It is commonly found in refinery wastewater. Order it is related to again not related to petroleum and all these things. Again, very easy question. Oil is for refinery wastewater is removed. Which one? Answer it B. Yes. Remember again this coagulation and flocculation for settling, sedimentation also for settling. For settling we have two things. One which settle due to its own gravity, and again there is one another part of settling which needs some treatment like coagulation and all this thing. Okay, now so in sedimentation, in primary sedimentation time, what will happen that once the wastewater will come due to settling velocity, some of will settle down, but due to some lighter weight that won't be settled, so we have to coagulate or flocculate. First coagulation, then flocculation. And this flotation is like there will be due to gravity there will be some flotation and all this thing, and it will be skimmed off. You can see here free oil in refinery typically removed using flotation such as dissolved air flotation. In this process air bubble air droplet making them rise to the surface. They are skimmed off. Suppose this is our wastewater, whatever air if it is trapped here, it will be passed to on the surface, and it will be skimmed off. Okay, B the correct answer. Here we can see flocculation is mainly aggregate fine particle using coagulants, but is primarily method for it is not again sedimentation is not for which lighter, and obviously none of those will be an answer. Which of the following is true for pickling? So first you should know what is pickling and how it is done. It is multiple correct. You can say each and R. Anyone? Answer it. What will be the correct answer? A, it's multiple correct. Only A will be correct or more option? Only one option or any more? So yet pickling, you are correct that pickling is removing, but it is done in acidic condition. So acidic condition generally HCl, H2SO4 or phosphoric acid is used. Okay, the correct answer will be A and C. Okay, this pickling is a chemical process used to remove stains, dust, scale, impurities from the surface of metal, particularly iron and steel, before further processing like painting or galvanizing. This typically is done in a strong acid conditions such as hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, and phosphoric acid. Did you get it? So the correct answer will be A and C. It has multiple correct. Okay, good. Other option again we have said that it is done in acidic medium, so as it is base, so it will won't be used. Not a biological, it is a fully chemical process. Again, very good question. Not good question, very simple question. Sorry, not good question, very simple question. Coal washery to remove impurities. If we remove the impurities, which kind of uh, wastewater will, which kind of pollutant will we get? Anyone? A. Phenol. Where it does phenol are being produced? Phenol or aromatic compound. We are washing our coal. What happened that raw coal are collected from the ore and then it is passed, then it is simply washed. That is the water which we get is known as coal washery effluent. How does it will contain phenol? By simply adding what if there is simple rock, suppose you have water rock and now you have added water, now you have taken out your rock, this water will does this water will contain some any kind of chemicals? It will just contain suspended solid. The correct answer is suspended solid, not phenol is generally in there, what do I call, in refinery and all these things, not in coal washery. Coal was effluent primarily contain high concentration suspended solid which include fine coal particle, clay, other impurities removed from the coal washing. This suspend simple washing. It is simple washing. Simple washing. We are not adding any chemical or anything that it will, or not even not heating. No heating is also done that something will release out. Phenol are commonly, rather, you can see they're found in coke oven where there is some kind of heating is done. This is blast furnace, okay, na heating is done. In that case, this carbon may form in some aromatic term, okay, na. While phenolic compound might be present, they are not major pollutant, okay. Cyanide is associated with metallurgy, chemical, particularly metal extraction and cooking. Operation is not similarly conducted in coal washery, okay, na. Which is the following is the second? Tell me both things. First and second, both. Which one is first? Which one is second? Which one is the highest producing and which one is the second highest? China and India. Good. Yes, China. India is the second and China is the first. Sorry, first is China, India. I have a doubt. Okay, in that. Which one? 7, 8. Okay. What kind of doubt? In lecture, it was explained different. You can unmute yourself and you're gonna speak. What it was in lecture? What it was told? We can check on internet also. Oh,
In internet, hello.
yes.
In internet it is telling China only, but in the lecture it was the professor has explained that first one is US, second one India, like that. There was a mistake in the lecture, I think.
There is mistake. Just let me check. Highest producing steel. I have also checked this thing. China is the largest producer of steel in accounting. I think there might be some mistake from.
In the lecture it was mentioned as US. What?
You can see US, China are not highest producing. Sorry, Japan, United States, Russia are not so much in production. China is the leader. China is the leading one, and India is the second largest steel producer. There might be a mistake from the instructor.
While explaining.
No mistake in the PDF. It's okay, correct.
No, it was in PDF. It was mentioned, but
I have tried to check it
why
in PDF.
So in the lecture, he had explained like that. First one is US, like that. You can go and check while listening the lecture.
It's like I have not gone through the lecture, but I can I hope you have understood what there might be a mistake also, or he might be discussing something else also, but in lecture it is correct. I think please, if there is some kind of confusion, please clarify it right now. Okay, it's like okay. Can you explain why it is correct? How it's like.
Yeah, this is slide. This is slide. Go this one. She is talking about this. Here it is not to show which one is largest and which one is smallest.
Yeah.
Simply to show. Simply to show.
The material it has,
Which country that are involved in this?
yeah,
If you read,
listen,
if you read,
why,
if you read India, the second largest global steel producer, increased production is also mentioned here. 140.2 million metric ton.
see, okay, according to this graph, they have,
This is not the sequence, the order, not order. The upper one is not to mean the highest producer.
yeah,
Here,
yeah.
yeah. This note to show you the order of the order. Here, the black one is the largest one, which is China. Have you seen?
Then second one is the Europe, no?
Yeah. You are looking at the black one. Black one.
Black one is China. Then second
Yeah,
one,
that's the huge places. The huge amount is from China. Then look also India. The
Europe
next
is
one.
not country. Europe is collection of country.
Yeah, that is why. That's the reason that this the large amount to indicate the large amount in this diagram. So that's why.
when you listen in the listen the lecture, in that lecture, the sir has told US is first, India is second, Europe is third, China is fourth. Like that, in that lecture it was there.
Phyllis, you have to see simply the area of shape, the shaping area.
Wait. See, I think there should not be any confusion. If sir has told like that, then I think he has made some mistake. But for your knowledge, keep in mind that China is the highest producer, India is the second highest.
Okay.
This is universally like many still like news is also, if you are into news also, you might heard that China is producing this much of a steel and all this thing. So China is leading in this field. No more. I think this is clear thing. No more. I think there should not be. If there is some mistake from the instructor, I think he sometimes instructor also make some mistake. Okay, so I hope this one is clear. First will be highest producer is China, second highest producing is India. Moving forward to question number 9. A coal having high volatile matter content will A. High, if it is high volatile, then it will burn more. So how it will give less yield? High volatile means like it can easily turn into gas. High volatile means high volatile, you can understand that can easily turn into, if something is solid and if it is high volatile, then it will okay, now the answer is C. But neither, these all three are incorrect. Have high calorific value. Calorific value is different thing. Calorific value is like how much heat is being produced. Okay, now just listen to the like I will explain each and every option. Okay, now the first option was give less yield of tar and gas. That is, high volatile organic actually produce more tar and more gas when subjected to carbonization. Carbonization means like heating and all these things. Like obviously this volatile, if it is more volatile, it will easily convert into more gaseous form. Okay, now so that's why this option was incorrect, that it will produce less, it will produce high. Okay, now second option was burned with a small non-smoky flame. This is also incorrect. High volatile matter coal burns with long smoky flame because of high proportion of hydrocarbon and gas release. So remember why it is volatile, because it has high amount of carbon and high amount of hydrocarbon. Okay, now so high amount of hydrocarbon means more gas will be released. More gas will release means more smoky it will be. Okay, and the third one, which was little bit confusing, most of the people might have added that it will have high calorific value, but high calorific value depends upon many things. Okay, now While volatile contribute to combustion, it does not necessarily mean that with high volatile material have high calorific value. Calorific value depend upon volatile and fixed carbon content. Some high volatile carbon have low energy content due to high moisture or low fixed carbon. Okay na. So this is not universally true. Okay na. So like it might have a high moisture content. Now remember, if it is a high moisture content, then what will happen that or low fixed carbon. Okay na. So what will happen that the calorific value, the heat releasing from that coal will be might be low also. That's why this option was also incorrect. As all options are incorrect, so the correct answer is D. This is little bit like not so good question, but you have to like go on the universal side, which is universally correct. Okay na. So if high volatile matter won't always have high calorific value. High calorific value depend upon many things. So the correct answer is D. Any doubt? Any doubt? Yeah, should I move forward? Okay, move forward. Question number 10. This is simple, like normal, like we have seen that normal ash content is around 30. Okay, how much? There was one second question related to ash content in the what is the maximum ash content in a washed out coal? Washed out coal. Okay, yes, correct answer is C. A washed out coal beneficent which remove impurity like ash, sulfur, and non. The maximum amount you depend upon the degree of beneficiation. For high grade washed out coal, the coal is below 17.1, making option C correct choice. Non beneficiated or raw coal typically have much higher S content, often exceeding 30 to 40%. Which there was second question was related to this, and washed coal, once it is washed, the S content will be around. Miss impurities has been removed because after washing we can see that once we have washed it, all the impurities has been, most of the impurities has been, you can see that 50% of impurity has been removed. So that's why the S content also decreased to 17, less than 17.5%. Okay.